Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about wargaming, because you know what? Wargaming should be ashamed of themselves. They really should be ashamed of themselves. Now, I'm quick to slate wargaming, and I'm also quick to praise them. But you know, they for this reason, they should be mega ashamed of themselves. And what you're looking at here is the IS-4. Now, the reason they should be mega ashamed of themselves is because what the fuck is this camo? What is this skin, this camouflage for the IS-4? Now, over the last sort of year or so, maybe a little bit longer, we've seen some absolutely amazing camouflages, like really good. We've got the grill camouflage, E100, the Borzik, T44. There is so many. Object 140, even the other IS-4 camouflage, and then this. What the hell is this thing right here? Who would want to play this tank with this camouflage? Of course, we are looking at the Tempest camouflage, and just look how hideous it is. Now, I get there are some camouflages out there that are made for fun, you know. I personally like the realistic camouflages. The grill, I think, is one of my favorite camouflages in the game. The Borzik, I think, is fantastic, and there's a few more as well. I think it's either the T62 or the Object 140. There are just so many really nice camouflages out there. Then you have this one. Like, it honestly, it just looks so hideous. It is unbelievable. I get, you know, if they're going to release camouflages, legendary camouflage, or if they want to release a camouflage like this, don't make it legendary, make it just obtainable, and then legendary camouflage should be legendary. Now, this camouflage here is 100% not legendary. Honestly, it is ugly, and I hope wargaming do sort kind of these kind of things out, because for some, yes, it has no effect on the gameplay itself, but for some, camouflage is, you know, it's a massive thing. I want my tank looking good, I want it looking nice, and I want it looking realistic. This does not look realistic one bit, like literally not one bit, and it just looks ugly. It doesn't even look like an IS-4. So yeah, you know, I'm not against camouflages like this, you know, and I've said that before. I don't mind these fun camouflages, but don't make them legendary. Like, at least put it just as a normal camouflage that you can have on any tank, maybe not just the IS-4, and I just think that would be so much better. And if at least if you want the camouflage, then use the camouflage, but just look how horrible this camo is. Now, if you look at the other camo that this tank has got, like the skilled, I think this looks fantastic. Honestly, I really do think the skilled camouflage, and it's the camo that I usually run. Of course, I never run the legendary, this one here. I don't think I bought it. I think I won it. I would never ever buy this camouflage. And the fact that it's like, oh, it moves. Oh, look at that. It's like a freaking, it just looks stupid. It's like a transformer. Honestly, it is like a transformer that just looks stupid. So that is the reason why wargaming should be ashamed of themselves. Now, of course, I am being a bit over the top. I'm not like, yeah, they should be ashamed, this is absolutely horrible. It is more of a joke, you know. But yeah, definitely wargaming need to work on their camos a bit more, and I know they have, and that's the thing. I know they can do it, because there are some really nice camos, and even the lower tiers, some honestly look really good. And there's one thing for sure, that I just hope that going forward, maybe when we get reforged, that they're just not as expensive. I mean, there's some camos for 6,500-6,000 gold. I just think that that's enough for a tank, let alone the camo. They should definitely not be as expensive as they are. They really shouldn't, because some of these are just overpriced and people are buying them, and that's the problem. Like, people are still going to buy them because they want to collect these camos. But yeah, they really should be ashamed, especially of this camo right here. And again, as I've said, if they just made it as a normal camo, then I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say absolutely nothing. But as a legendary camo, the one thing for sure that I'm happy about, at least it's got another legendary camo. This isn't the only one. If this was the only legendary camo for this tank, then yeah, that would probably just piss me off a little bit. So Wargaming, carry on working with your camos. We want camos like the grill. We want realistic. And I know the grill was sort of a one-off, not a one-off, it was the start of something new. That is what you're going to see with the grill. And over time, you will have more and more tanks with legendary camos that do look realistic. And as I've said, those of you that haven't seen the grill, after this battle, I will head over to some of the camos and just go through them, and ones that I really like and ones that they should definitely do more of. But yeah, this one right here, and it's not just this tank, there are a couple. I mean, the WZ113 I think is hideous as well. There is a couple in tier 10 that just look horrible. It really is. So yeah, hopefully they do bring more camos out like they have the grill, and you know, I'm confident they will. I'm confident they will. But you know, time will tell. Time will really tell. So yeah, let's just fast forward. What's this Object 140? Nothing special. So let's just go over to tier 10 and just see some of the camos that I'm talking about. So of course, the IS-7, I mean, I know you've got the Baba Yaga. It doesn't look as hideous. Yes, it's not like realistic. I still think it looks great. But nothing compared to that. And then of course, if we go and as I've said about the grill, like this camo, just look at that. It is absolutely amazing. It is so realistic, and this is what we want more of. Now if we go over to, as I've said, the Object 140, and again, even just this one, I just think that looks fantastic. It's just standard. I think it looks great. And then again, you've got the T62 here. This one is just, again, this is more fun than anything. I think this looks fantastic. Sometimes it's just standard. It doesn't look anything special, but it just makes the tank, in my opinion. You've got the the ISU 152. I do think looks fantastic. And of course, you've got the Borzik, not this one, not that one, because that one looks stupid, but this one right here, again, kind of like the grill. I think it looks absolutely amazing. It really does. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Of course, anyone can have an opinion, and I just think some of these camouflages, because camos make the tank, and again, I know it has no effect, but people want their tank looking nice. They do want their tank looking nice. And as I was saying, again, there's more. It's not just these tanks. I mean, this one looks, I think, hideous. And what else have we got over here? Things like the T57. Like, it's nothing special, but I think that looks great. Like, I really do. And again, what else we got? The 60 TP, I think, looks decent. What else we got there? Not much really. Again, you've got a few for the E100. Actually, this one I think looks great. This one I think looks like an absolute beast. It just makes the tank look a beast. But personally, this is my favorite because it's just more realistic. Let me know what tank you want Wargaming to give a legendary camouflage for. That's more like the grill, a realistic camo. What tank would you love to see next? But let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.